If you are drawn to this world of breaking your cycle, respectful parenting, parenting your children free from dynamics that you live growing up, if you want to parent your children differently, but you have a tact in fear of, I don't want to be a pushover, I don't want my children to run over me, I don't want to become permissive, stay. Because on this video, I'm going to show you how not to be a pushover parent. And a pushover parent, I'm going to tell you what it is not, and the three things that you need to have in place to be a respectful, peaceful parent without being a pushover parent. My name is Marcela Collier. I'm a certified parenting coach, and I helped 14,151 parents in coaching like you move away from traditional methods such as spanking or things that go against your values to a more respectful approach without becoming pushovers. If that's the kind of thing that you want for your parenting, I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because every week I upload new content to help parents like you parent their children with a lot more peace, especially if you are a highly sensitive parent, or a parent of a highly sensitive child or neurodivergent child, or yeah. Okay, so what is a pushover parent? A pushover parent, I want to give you my definition because people have different definitions. So for me, a pushover parent is a parent who does not know how to communicate and enforce boundaries without yelling or doing things that are against their values. So that's a pushover parent for me. A pushover parent for me is not a parent who is kind. You can be kind and you can be a strong authority. So let's start with that, because usually society has sold us the idea that in order for us to not be pushover parents, we need to be strong and harsh and mean almost to our kids. You don't have to. You don't have to. Matter of fact, I recommend you to not to, because at some point it's going to come back at you. They might respond to harshness now that they're 5, but what about when they're 16? How would they respond to that? If anything, they're going to rebel. So, how not to be a pushover parent? Basically, 3 things. Having clear what your values are. What do your children know what your family values are? Say yes or no in the comments. And if the answer is no, no shame, no blame. It's okay. At some point, my children had no idea what my values were, but that's the point to start working on. Okay, if it is a no, if my children are not that clear about our values in our family, how can we make it clear? In our family, we value what? And families value different things. In my family, we value kindness, we value healthy communication, and we value respect for other people's things. Okay, those are the values of your family. Why is it important? Because a pushover parent has no idea what their values are. So they're just begging their children to do things left and right instead of teaching them values. How would that look like? Let me give you an example, and this is number 2. The Leo balloons went up. Every time I do this, let me do it again. The MacBook Pro balloons go up. So, how do we teach children values? It is through instruction, through modeling, and as well having limits. Limits are not instructions or commands we give them. Stop hitting me is not a limit. It's not. That's what a pushover parent may say when their children are hitting them. I remember, I don't want to show the video because I don't want to put that parent in, in display. But I saw a TikTok of a parent saying, my children hit me every day. And she was crying and she said, I tell them, don't hit me. And they keep hitting me. That's pretty pushover. Because setting a limit is not telling our children an instruction or a command, and we are us having no control if they are going to do or not do it. Setting a limit is what I do that requires my children to do nothing for that limit to be enforced. Okay? So it could be, I'm not willing to be hit, and then you basically move their hand away. or go to a different place, go to the other side of the gate, somewhere, something to protect your body. That's a limit. And number 3 is related to mindset. A pushover parent is fearful, very fearful of upsetting their children so much that they don't act or do things that will upset their children for the fear of damaging their children in some kind of way or causing them a trauma. I was talking to a parent a while ago, and she was like this. But what do I do? Like I put her in bed, and then she just runs to the kitchen and gets out of the bedroom, and then she would just run around circles in the living room and don't come back to the bedroom. What happens if you stand on the door and just don't allow her to cross that door? You don't have to be mean about it. You can just be firm, and block her from advancing forward and going and run wild in the kitchen at bedtime. Oh, but I don't want to do that because she won't like it. Doesn't matter. If you do it in a safe way, in a way, like if she sees that you're not angry, that you're not scary, she's gonna be fine. She's gonna see that this is a limit, okay? And look at her perspective as well. Maybe she just really wanted to go to the bathroom. Okay, I mean, you don't have to be that inflexible. But if you know it's just because she just wants to keep running around and running laps around the counter, then just stand by the door and prevent her from moving forward. I mean, it's as basic as that. So if you don't want to be a pushover, 3 things to consider. Number 1, having clear values. Number 2, setting limits, which is what are you going to do? And your children having nothing about it, like it's independently of what they respond, is what are you going to do to make sure your boundaries are respected. And number 3 is the mindset. The mindset of a pushover parent is to please their kids, and the mindset of a powerful, gentle parent is to meet their children's needs. If your child needs sleep, I want to make sure that happens. So for that, we're going to stay in the bed, and we're going to stay in the bedroom because it's bedtime, because you need to sleep. If you are Marcela, I've tried so hard, but I need help. I have help for you. There is a free class that I recorded, and all my clients have gone through it. All 14,151 of my clients have gone through that, and they've seen change the first week. On this class, I show you the 4-step system to break free from frustration and parent your children with peace and accountability. To access this free class, just go to hicparenting.com, or the link is in the description below, or a card up here. Apply those steps faithfully, and you're going to start seeing change in your parenting. If you like this video, would you give me a thumbs up and share it with one person? Say, hey, I learned how to do this gentle parenting thing without being a pushover. I know this will help you too. Share with one friend, maybe with your spouse, maybe, I don't know, with who else, with your spouse who's very fearful about doing gentle parenting because he doesn't want you to be a pushover or him to be a pushover. Maybe they need to hear this message. They need to learn how to be firm, yet kind and gentle. Share it with them, and it only takes understanding of yourself and of your children's needs to transform your parenting. I'll see you next time.